Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am really glad you stopped by. Today, we are creating something both practical and professional, a catalog or directory using Microsoft Word. Whether you are a small business owner showcasing products, a school or church building a contact directory, or simply someone organizing information creatively, this tutorial will guide you step by step. Before we dive into today's complete guide, I want to let you know that after this overview video, we are going deep with an entire 6-part series. Coming up next, we will start with setting up perfect page layouts for catalogs in Microsoft Word, where I will show you the professional secrets to making your catalogs look absolutely stunning from the very first page. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any part of this comprehensive series. This video, you will learn how to plan your catalog or directory, set up your Word document for a clean layout, organize data neatly with tables, and add images and hyperlinks for easy navigation. By the end, you'll have a fully functional catalog or directory ready to print or share digitally. You might be wondering, why use Microsoft Word for this? Word might seem simple, but it is incredibly powerful. You can design polished layouts, add images, organize content, and even export your work as a clickable PDF, all without expensive design tools. It is accessible, user-friendly, and something most people already have on their computers. So grab your computer, open Microsoft Word, and get your materials ready. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Now let's get started building your catalog or directory from scratch. Planning your catalog or directory. Before diving into Word, we need to plan the structure of your catalog or directory. This part might not look exciting. I know. Planning sounds about as fun as folding laundry. But trust me, it is what separates a messy document from something that actually looks professional and doesn't make people's eyes hurt. Start by deciding what type of document you are making. A catalog focuses on products or services. Think of a store catalog showing items, descriptions, and prices. A directory, on the other hand, lists people, businesses, or organizations, usually with contact details and categories. It is like the difference between a menu and a phone book. Knowing which one you are making helps you visualize your layout early and saves you from redoing everything later because you change your mind halfway through. Once you have decided, start outlining the kind of information you want to include. Grab a notepad or open a blank document. Yes, a little old school planning goes a long way. And jot down what details each entry should have. Don't worry about being too specific just yet. The goal is to get a clear idea of what your catalog or directory will cover. Think about what information would be most useful or visually appealing to your audience. This outline will serve as your roadmap once we start building tables later. Without it, you will end up clicking around Word with no direction, like trying to find your car in a massive parking lot with no clue where you left it. For now, let's stick with creating a catalog and start shaping how it will look. Now, start gathering your materials. Collect all images, text, and data in one organized folder on your computer. Please, for the love of everything good, rename your images clearly. For example, product1.jpg, product2.jpg, or logo_a.png. Avoid random file names like image_001 or dsc_4837 because they mean absolutely nothing and will only slow you down later when you are trying to figure out which blurry thumbnail is actually the right product photo. If you already have your information in Excel or a spreadsheet, that is amazing. It makes copying into Word so much easier and you'll thank yourself later. Next, think about your design layout. Do you want your catalog in portrait orientation, which works great for text-heavy directories and feels more traditional, or landscape, which gives you more space for images and details side by side and looks a bit more modern? This isn't just aesthetic. It actually affects how you will set up your document and how much content fits on each page. Choose based on your content, not just what looks cool. Finally, Picture the finished product in your mind. Will it be printed on actual paper and handed out? Shared as a PDF via email or download? Or both? If it is digital, you can plan for hyperlinks and clickable navigation, which makes it way more interactive. If it is printed, you will want to focus on clean margins, readable fonts, and good page flow so people don't have to squint or flip pages awkwardly. With your content ready, your files organized, and your vision clear, you are now prepared to move on to Word, where we will actually set up your pages and structure everything neatly. Let us go. Setting up your document. Let's fire up Microsoft Word and set the stage for your catalog or directory. Start with a clean slate, a blank document. If Word decides to surprise you with a random template or that half-finished letter from yesterday, just close it and start fresh. Now head over to the Page Layout tab at the top. Think of this as your document's control center. It is where you will set the size, margins, and orientation. It might not be the most exciting part, but trust me, getting these basics right from the start will save you a ton of frustration later on. A solid foundation here means everything else, like tables, images, and text, will fall nicely into place. First, let us adjust your margins. Click Margins, then scroll down and select Custom Margins at the bottom. A little window will pop up. If you are printing this catalog, keep at least 0.75 inches on all sides. Printers are picky and will chop off anything too close to the edge. Trust me, you don't want half your text or images disappearing into the printer void. For digital-only versions like PDFs, you can tighten the margins to 0.5 inches for a more compact, modern design. It gives you more space to work with and looks cleaner on screens. Next, choose your page orientation. Still under the Page Layout tab, click Orientation, and you will see two options, Portrait or Landscape. Portrait is the traditional vertical layout, tall and narrow, just like a standard document. It is perfect for text-heavy content such as directories, service lists, or anything that focuses more on information than visuals. It gives your catalog a classic, professional look that is easy to read and print. Landscape, on the other hand, is the wide, horizontal setup. This format gives you extra space to play with. Perfect for layouts that include large product photos, comparison tables, or designs where visuals and descriptions sit side by side. It has a more modern and dynamic feel, often used in creative portfolios or visual catalogs. When choosing, think about what kind of content you'll be highlighting. If you are showcasing bold visuals or detailed products, landscape gives you the breathing room you need. If your focus is on clean lists, organized text, or straightforward information, portrait will do the job beautifully. Now, under the same Page Layout tab, check the Size button. Make sure you are using letter 8.5 by 11 inches if you are in the US, or A4 if you are pretty much anywhere else. Keeping the right size ensures your catalog looks consistent whether someone's viewing it on their laptop or printing it at home. Nothing's more awkward than a document that prints weird because the size was set to something random like legal or tabloid. If you want a multi-column design, which honestly makes any catalog look way more polished, head to the Page Layout tab and click Columns. You'll see options for 1, 2, or 3 columns. 2 columns are great for a clean, directory-style layout. Simple, readable, and well-balanced. 3 columns give off more of a magazine vibe. Perfect if you're going for that compact, product-read look with images and short descriptions. You can even click more columns to customize things like spacing. A bit of extra space between columns can make your content feel airy and easier on the eyes instead of tight and cluttered. That said, you do not have to follow this standard column setup if you don't want to. Personally, I'm skipping columns this time because I want to design my catalog in my own way. That is totally fine. Your catalog or directory should reflect your own style and creativity. Do not be afraid to experiment with layouts, spacing, and visuals to make something that truly stands out. Now let us set up headers and footers. Double-click at the very top of the page to open the header area. This is where you can add your company name, logo, or website link. Basically anything you want on every page. Keep it simple and professional. The bottom of the page. Add page numbers or contact info by going to Insert at the top menu. Then Page Number. Choose where you want it. Bottom right, center, or left. Page numbers are super helpful, especially when someone decides to print the document or share it with others. They make it easier to reference specific sections, follow along during discussions, and locate information quickly without having to scroll or search. In short, adding page numbers helps keeps everything organized and reader friendly. A small detail that makes a big difference in professionalism and usability. Once your layout looks solid, save your document immediately. Seriously, do not skip this. Go to File and Save As. Give it a clear, descriptive name like my underscore catalog underscore setup.docx or product underscore directory underscore drop.docx, something you'll actually recognize later. Save it in your project folder with all your images and materials. This way, if Word crashes or you accidentally delete something, you are covered. It's also just good practice to save early and save often. Now, your canvas is ready, clean, organized, and properly formatted. Let us start adding the actual content and making this thing come to life. Creating content sections. Here is where your catalog or directory truly starts to take shape. This is the fun part. We are finally building the actual thing. We will create structured, clean sections using tables, images, and consistent text formatting. It might sound technical, but I promise it's easier than it sounds once you get the hang of it. Start by going to the Insert tab at the top of Word and selecting Table. Then Insert Table from the drop-down. A little window will pop up asking how many rows and columns you want. Choose the number of columns you will need based on your content. For example, if you're making a product catalog, you might want 4 columns: one for the product name, one for the description, one for the price, and one for the image. If it is a directory, maybe 3 columns: name, contact info, and organization. Do not stress about getting the exact number of rows right now. You can always add more later. Just start with a few and we will expand as we go. When the table appears on your page, it will probably look a bit stiff and uniform. That is okay. Hover your mouse over the vertical lines between columns until your cursor turns into a double arrow. When it does, click and drag to resize each column based on what you are putting in it. For example, if you're including product photos, make that image column a bit wider so the pictures don't look squished. Description columns usually need more space too. You can eyeball it for now. But if you want precise control, right-click anywhere in the table and choose Table Properties. From there, you can set exact widths in inches or percentages. Honestly, simply dragging usually works just fine for most cases. It is quick and gets the job done, unless you are really particular about perfect symmetry or exact alignment. There is no need to overthink it. A quick drag adjustment is often all you need to make things look balanced enough. For a cleaner, more professional design, click anywhere inside your table. Then look at the top of Word. You'll see a new set of tabs called Table Tools. Click on the Design tab under that. Here, you can apply border styles or shading to give your table some visual separation. My advice? Keep it simple. Light borders or subtle shading look way more professional than thick, bold lines or bright colors. Think clean and minimal. If you are not into the whole box in look, just head over to borders. No border. That will wipe out all the lines. But don't panic. Your table isn't going anywhere. It will still keep its shape and structure, just without those harsh outlines. It is like giving your table a minimalist makeover. Clean, modern, and a little more Pinterest aesthetic. Perfect if you want things to look slick without screaming spreadsheet vibes. Now let's add your actual data. Click inside the first cell and start typing your product or directory information. If you have already got everything written out in a notes document or Excel file, just copy and paste it directly into the cells. This saves so much time. Just remember to clean up any weird spacing afterward. Sometimes Pasting text brings along extra line breaks or formatting that looks awkward. A quick skim and delete will fix that. To add images, click inside the cell where you want the picture to go. Then head to Insert, Picture, and browse your organized folder for the right image. Once it is inserted, you will probably need to resize it. Click on the image and you will see little squares at the corners and edges. Drag from the corners while holding down the Shift key. This keeps the image's proportions intact so it doesn't get stretched or squished. Nobody wants a product photo that looks like it went through a funhouse mirror. To make sure your images stay neatly in place inside the table cells, right-click on an image and select Format Picture. In the window that appears, go to the Layout tab and choose Inline with Text. This setting keeps your image anchored within the cell, so it behaves like a piece of text instead of drifting around the page whenever you make edits or move things. It is a small step, but honestly, it is a total lifesaver. No more images floating into random spots or messing up your layout. Everything stays clean, aligned, and frustration-free. Consistency is absolutely key here. If your fonts, sizes, and styles are all over the place, your catalog will look unprofessional and messy. Go to the Home tab and pick one clean font for the entire document. Calibri, Arial, or Sego UI are solid choices. They are easy to read and look modern without trying too hard. Apply bold to product names or section titles so they stand out. Use a smaller font size for descriptions or details. Maybe 10 point for details and 12 point or 14 point for titles. This creates a clear visual hierarchy so people know what they are looking at right away. Here is a pro tip. Once you have formatted a piece of text the way you like it, you can save that style so you don't have to redo it every time. Right-click on the formatted text. Choose Styles. Then save selection as a new quick style. Give it a clear name like Catalog Product Name or Directory Contact Info. Now you can just click that style whenever you need it. Huge time saver. Use headings to label different sections of your catalog or directory. For example, if you're organizing products by category, add section titles like laptops, headset, or etc. If it is a directory, use headings like gadgets to apply a heading. Highlight the text and choose heading 1 or heading 2 from the Home tab. These are not just for looks. You will also help us build a clickable table of contents later, which makes navigation super easy. Pay attention to alignment too. If things look lopsided or off-center, select your entire table by clicking the little square icon at the top left corner of the table. Then go to the Layout tab under Table Tools and click Align Center. This balances everything evenly and makes the whole thing look polished. You can also align text within individual cells. Center for titles, left align for descriptions, right align for prices. It is all about visual flow. To give your sections a little breathing room, add some space between tables or paragraphs. This small tweak can make a huge difference in how clean and professional your catalog looks. Simply highlight the table or text. Head over to Page Layout, Spacing After, and bump it up to around 6 point or 10 point, just enough to let everything breathe. A bit of white space helps guide the reader's eyes and keep the layout from feeling jam-packed or overwhelming. Think of it, giving your content a moment to pause between ideas. Calm, easy to follow, and way more pleasant to look at. White space is an empty space. It's design magic. Use it confidently. Once you have filled in your content, resize your images, keep your formatting consistent, and fine-tune the spacing. Take a moment to step back and scroll through your document. This is the fun part where you start to see everything come together. Your catalog should already look more polished, organized, and on brand. You will probably notice how all those small tweaks, the spacing, alignment, and visuals are making a big difference. Honestly, you have done an awesome job so far. Keep it up. You are so close to the finish line. Navigation and organization. Now let's make your catalog or directory easier to explore, especially if it is going to be shared digitally. Navigation tools like the table of contents, page numbers, bookmarks, and hyperlinks are what transform a static document into something actually user-friendly and interactive. These features might sound fancy, but they are surprisingly simple to add, and they make a huge difference in how professional and polished your final product looks. Let us start with a table of contents or TOC, as Word likes to call it. Think of it as your document's built-in map. It automatically lists all your sections along with their page numbers, so readers can easily find what they are looking for without scrolling endlessly or flipping through pages. It might seem like a small detail, but for longer catalogs or directories, a TOC makes a huge difference. It gives your document a polished, professional feel and saves everyone time, including you, when you are double checking sections later. A great one? Click at the very beginning of your document, ideally on its own blank page right after your cover or title page. Then go to the References tab at the top and click Table of Contents. You'll see a drop-down with the few options. Choose Automatic Table 1 or Automatic Table 2. They are pretty similar, just styled slightly differently. Word will instantly generate a TOC based on all the heading styles you have used throughout your document. This is why using heading 1, heading 2, and so on is so important. If you did not use headings, your TOC will be blank or incomplete. So go back and apply those heading styles to your section titles if you haven't already. If your TOC looks too plain or generic, you're not worried. You can customize it. Right-click anywhere on the table of contents and choose Modify Table of Contents or Edit field. From there, you can adjust the fonts, change the indentation, or tweak the tab leader, those little dots that connect the section name to the page number. You can also control how many heading levels show up. For example, if you want heading 1 and heading 2 to appear and not heading 3, you can set that here. Play around with it until it matches the look and feel of the rest of your document. Next, let's add page numbers. This is super straightforward, but makes a big difference, especially for printed versions. Go to the Insert tab, click Page Number, and choose where you want them to appear. Bottom center or bottom right corner usually looks the cleanest and most professional. You can also choose top of the page if that fits your design better. Once you have placed them, they will automatically update as you add or remove pages. No manual counting needed. Thank goodness. If you want to get a bit fancier, click Format Page Number after inserting them. This opens a little window where you can choose different numbering styles like Roman numerals or letters. You can also restart numbering in different sections. Super useful if you want your intro or TOC to have separate numbering from the main content. For example, you might use Roman numerals for the first few pages and then switch to regular numbers starting at 1 for the actual catalog content. It is a small detail, but it makes your document feel more polished and intentional. Now, if your catalog is going to be used digitally, like as a PDF or Word file sent via email, bookmarks and hyperlinks are absolute game changers. They let people click around your document instead of scrolling, which is way more convenient and feels much more modern and interactive. Here's how bookmarks work. They are like invisible anchors in your document that help you jump to specific spots instantly. Click where you want to place your bookmark, usually at the start of a section or category. Then go to Insert, Bookmark. A small window will pop up asking for a name. Keep it short, clear, and free of spaces. Something like Section 1, Gadgets or Tech Stuff works perfectly. Once you hit Add, boom, you have just created an invisible anchor point. You won't actually see anything on the page, but Word remembers it is there. Think of it as leaving a secret marker behind so you or anyone else can jump straight to that spot later without scrolling endlessly. Now comes the fun part, making your table of contents clickable. Go back to your TOC, highlight one of the section names, then right-click and select Hyperlink or just press Ctrl plus K. A hyperlink window will open. On the left side, click Place in this document. You will see a list of all your bookmarks and headings. Select the one that matches the section you highlighted, then click OK. Now, when someone clicks the section name in the TOC, it will jump them straight to that part of the document. Repeat this for every section in your TOC, and suddenly your catalog feels like a mini website. You can also add hyperlinks to external websites or email addresses, which is super useful if you want people to contact you or visit your online store. Highlight the text you want to link. Maybe visit our website or email us or contact us. Then press Ctrl plus K. In the address field, type in your full URL like the mail to part is important because it tells the link to open the person's email clients with your address already filled in. Once you click OK, that text becomes clickable. In a PDF, it will work perfectly, and in Word, it will open the link in a browser or email app. One more tip, if you are sharing this as a PDF, make sure to save it properly so all your hyperlinks and bookmarks stay active. Go to File, Save As. Choose PDF from the dropdown. And before you hit Save, click Options. Make sure Create Bookmarks using headings is checked. This ensures your TOC and all your links work perfectly in the PDF version. With these navigation tools in place, a clickable table of contents, clear page numbers, smart bookmarks, and functional hyperlinks, your catalog becomes way easier to navigate, whether someone flipping through a printed copy or clicking around on their laptop. It shows attention to detail and makes your document feel like a real, professional product. You're not just handing someone a Word file, you're giving them an experience, and that's what makes all the difference. Final touches. You are almost done. Time for the finishing details that make your catalog look polished and professional. Start with a careful proofread. Go through your catalog slowly and check for spelling errors, grammar mistakes, incorrect prices, and misspelled names. Even small slip-ups can make your work look less professional. Use Word's built-in spell checker under the Review tab by clicking Spelling and Grammar. It is great for catching the basics, but do not rely on it completely. Take the time to read your document out loud too. It might feel a little funny, but it really helps you catch awkward phrasing, missing words, or weird spacing that your eyes tend to skip over when reading silently. A fresh read can make a huge difference between a catalog that feels okay and one that looks polished and ready to share. Then take a step back and review the overall layout. Look at your catalog as if you were seeing it for the first time. Does everything feel balanced and easy on the eyes? Make sure images line up neatly, tables are evenly sized, and sections don't look too cramped or awkwardly spaced. If something feels off, do not worry. Small tweaks go a long way. You can use table properties to adjust column or row sizes and paragraph spacing under the Page Layout tab to give sections a little more breathing room. A few quick fixes here and there can completely transform your catalog, making it look cleaner, more professional, and much more enjoyable to read. Now it is time to decide how you will share your catalog. If you plan to print it, head over to File, Print Preview to get a sneak peek of how it will look on paper. Take a good look at the margins. Make sure no text or images are getting cut off. And check that your page breaks look neat and intentional. If your catalog includes color images, double check that they look sharp and vibrant, not dull, stretched, or pixelated. Quick preview can save you from wasting ink or printing a batch that doesn't look quite right. A few minutes of checking here can make the final result feel polished and professional. For a digital version, exporting your catalog as a PDF is definitely the way to go. Just head to File, Save As, pick your folder, and under Save As type, select PDF. Before you hit Save, make sure to check Optimize for Online or Best for Electronic Distribution. This keeps the file size manageable and ensures that all your clickable links stay active. Once it is saved, take a moment to open your PDF and test a few links just to be sure everything works smoothly. It is a quick step, but it saves you from the "why isn't this link working" panic later on. Plus, a properly exported PDF looks cleaner and more professional when you share it online. If you're planning to email or upload your catalog online, it is a good idea to reduce the file size by compressing your images. This helps it load faster and makes it easier to share without sacrificing match quality. When prompted, apply the changes to all images in the document. This keeps everything looking sharp but makes the overall file much lighter. A quick compression can be the difference between a smooth upload and that dreaded file too large message. Finally, don't forget to save your original Word file too. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Use a clear, version-specific name like catalog underscore 2025 underscore final or product underscore directory underscore v2 so you can easily track updates. Keep it in the same project folder as all your images, assets, and materials to stay organized. That way, if a price changes, a new product comes in, or you want to tweak the layout next month, you can simply open the file, make your edits, and re-export a fresh PDF. No need to rebuild everything from scratch. Just a few quick updates and you are good to go. Congratulations! You now have the foundation for creating catalogs and directories in Microsoft Word. But we are just getting started. In our next video, setting up perfect page layouts for catalogs in Microsoft Word, I am going to show you exactly how to create those professional looking layouts that make your catalog stand out. We will cover margin settings, column layouts, section breaks, and how to create master templates you can reuse again and again. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell, then click the card above or the link in the description to continue your catalog mastery journey.